A dramatic escalation of investigations into South Korean President Yoon after his declaration of martial law last week plunged the country into a constitutional crisis. Police conducted a raid on the presidential office, seizing records related to cabinet meetings held on the night of his surprise declaration. The raid, conducted by a special investigative team, was able to gain access to the Civil Services Office, but entrance into the main building was blocked by presidential security guards. Local media reporting that the president's security team was not told about the search beforehand. Mr. Yoon also not present at the time. Investigators were also sent to the National Police Agency and other police facilities to gather evidence. But even as pressure mounts on President Yoon, dozens of flower garlands were placed along the outer walls of the presidential office, offering messages of support for the embattled leader. Meanwhile, President Yoon's former defense minister Kim Yong-hyun is currently being held in a protective cell after an unsuccessful suicide attempt while in detention. He's believed to have encouraged the president to impose emergency rule. Authorities say his condition remains stable. Mr. Kim was formally arrested alongside other officials on charges of insurrection and abuse of authority. The ex-defense minister is the highest-ranking official to have been arrested so far. And after a week-long silence, North Korean state media making their first comments over the South's ongoing political turmoil. It's called Mr. Yoon out for, quote, unhesitatingly wielding the guns and knives of a fascist dictatorship, bringing, quote, chaos with his martial law declaration. It added that Mr. Yoon's, quote, insane act was reminiscent of the coup during the military dictatorship decades ago. South Korean lawmakers lay the groundwork for another impeachment motion against President Yoon this weekend. CNA's senior correspondent Lim Yoon-suk tells us more about developments inside the parliament.
Cabinet ministers have been inside the National Assembly for hours, being grilled by the lawmakers from both the ruling and the opposition parties about a cabinet meeting that took place before President Yoon Suk-yeol made that declaration of the martial law. Now, even the Prime Minister Han Duck-soo was being in there. He had to offer an apology several times to the lawmakers there for not trying to stop President Yoon to carry out that martial law. And because of that, it seems like there was no time for this impeachment bill, the motion, to be filed by the opposition party. And so what we're hearing is that the motion bill will not be filed today, but instead will be filed tomorrow. But although experts here are saying that what is important is that the motion bill be put up for vote on Saturday as scheduled, and that's what the main opposition party says that they are planning to do. It seems like the motion bill won't go through in today as we had expected, but that isn't a problem.